Hi, my name is Lena Kremen, and welcome to my poster on bilingual toddlers' comprehension of sentences with code switch adjectives. So code switching, or switching between two languages while speaking, can be difficult for bilinguals to process. And how difficult it is for bilinguals to process depends on syntactic location. So code switches that happen between sentences are easier for bilinguals to process than code switches that happen within a single sentence. It also depends on language dominance. So code switches into a bilingual's dominant language are easier to process than code switches into their non-dominant language. When bilinguals have difficulties processing code switches, it can lead to reduced comprehension. However, most of the studies that have focused on code switching in bilingual children have specifically focused on code switched nouns. So can you find the shin or can you find the dog? We decided to ask if code switching at other parts of the sentence affects the comprehension of the noun. So something like, can you find le bon duck, or can you find the good duck? To do this, we used a looking while listening task with 30 bilingual 3-year-olds, 19 were French English bilinguals from Montreal here in Canada, and 11 were Spanish English bilinguals in New Jersey. During the task, they heard single language sentences such as, can you see the good duck? And they also heard code switch sentences such as, can you see le bon or el buen duck, depending on which language they were learning. For our results, we found that bilinguals were able to accurately identify the noun in both code switched and single language trials. So they spent more time looking at the target noun compared to the distractor noun, above 50% chance. Using a growth curve analysis, we also found that overall, children in Montreal were more accurate and quicker to identify target nouns. However, children in New Jersey may have actually experienced a boost in comprehension after hearing a code switch. So for the bilinguals in New Jersey, it was actually a little easier for them to identify the target noun after hearing a code switch than hearing just a single language sentence. These results are pretty strange. So we have a couple ideas of what this speaks to. So first of all, syntactic location of a code switch seems to have a complex relationship with comprehension. It's not just whether the switch happens between sentences or within a single sentence, but if it's in a sentence, it really does matter where it is. One particular feature of our study was that the adjective that the bilinguals heard, whether it was code switch or in a single language, was not very informative. So they only ever saw one duck on the screen. So they may have been able to kind of listen through the adjective in order to understand the noun. So they may not have been processing the code switch at all. Another possibility is that code switching could help their word segmentation. So code switching overwhelmingly happens in between words. So hearing a code switch right before the target noun may have been able, or may have led the bilinguals to segment out that target noun much easier and identify it more quickly. So we also saw that there were differences between the bilinguals in Montreal and the bilinguals in New Jersey. So this can lead to future research investigating how community differences in code switching frequency and socioeconomic status may impact comprehension. So if you would like more information about this study, you can go ahead and contact me on Twitter or via email, or if you want to know all the nitty-gritty details, you can go ahead, scan the QR code on the poster and read the preprint. Thanks for listening and enjoy the conference.